Eskom says it's starting to take steps to recover some of the money owed to it from the Emfuleni Municipality in the Vaal. Eskom has granted an order to attach the assets of the municipality to the value of 1.3 billion rand. It says that order was granted last month. It says the Emfuleni Municipality owes 5.3 billion, despite several litigations brought to it since March 2018. Now, Eskom is owed about 50 billion by municipalities across South Africa. Emfuleni includes Vereeniging and Vanderbijlpark. We are joined now by the MMC for Finance and Revenue at the municipality, Hassan Mako. MMC, thank you for being with us. Can I start with this? How did it get to this?
Good evening, and good evening to the viewers at home. Firstly, let me concede that, yes, we do owe Eskom an amount of about 5.3 billion, and this is a historical debt that this current administration has inherited. However, I'd like to believe that Eskom jumped the gun. The judgment that speaks to that is not yet final. We have appealed the judgment at the Supreme Court of Appeal, and therefore there's no such a thing as them being granted to attach our assets.
In the meantime, there are pictures. I think the Sowetan has some of the sheriff of the court removing furniture. Is that happening?
No, that's not what is happening at the current moment. Like I said, this is not the final judgment. In as far as the Municipal Systems Act is concerned, Eskom knows what to do. They should have engaged us through COCTA and NESA for us to have a conversation, of which we have invited them on numerous occasions, whereby they have not pitched. They're just completely ignorant and arrogant and just trying to bully us. While, of course, we do acknowledge the debt at hand, of which we've been paying them over the past few months based on affordability. We've paid, since January to September, we've paid them an amount of about 2.1 billion. And our statements are there for everyone to see that we have been paying Eskom. It is just unfortunate that we have not been able to meet some of the targets that they've put in place simply because of the distribution losses that we continuously face as a municipality.
Okay, I understand. I'm just trying to clarify this because Eskom says it has started to take steps to recover some of the money. It says it does have an attachment order. So you're saying that no officials are on the ground, nothing has been attached at this moment? Not one thing.
When we checked earlier in the morning, only our account that deals with fines was attached with a value of around 5 million, and we did write to them. We're still waiting for a response for them to uplift that particular attachment. What they're currently doing, they do know that it is illegal, and they're just playing mind games because they are unable to respond to our issues.
Yeah. So you're saying despite your obvious willingness to pay, that's what you're saying, despite the fact that you invite Eskom for these meetings, it's gone ahead and issued this media release saying that we cannot tolerate this any longer and we will take steps to attach assets.
Yes, but it's just pure recklessness. Where have you seen a state-owned enterprise fighting a municipality? We get the same funding from Treasury. They are being bailed out by taxpayers' money. How do they expect residents of Emfuleni to get services if they are going to behave in such a manner? Yeah. I personally, in my capacity as MMC Finance, have requested to even meet with Mr. Director Monday, Daphne and the team, and they simply ignored that particular request.
Well, you've raised issues of affordability. Now, Eskom says that the municipality has a collection rate of 90% from customers. So you are charging your customers, you are penalizing them if they don't pay, and you are delivering the services. But Eskom is implying that you're just not handing the money on. Is that correct? Is there a 90% collection rate?
The Emfuleni collection rate is sitting at 78%. You remember
which is still high, MMC, which is still high. So if residents are paying for the service, how come you aren't passing that money on to Eskom?
Eskom is not the only debtor that we owe. There's rent water, of course, you would know. There are other service providers in that are servicing the municipality. We need to also prioritize salaries of our employees. But you'd also know that we are sitting at about over 50% of unemployment in Emfuleni. So what Eskom is suggesting is false data, and they're misleading the community and yourselves, people of the media.
All right, MMC, what do you say to the public who only hears about Emfuleni, if they don't live there, often through very bad news? I mean, the story for years has been sewage running through the streets, sewage running into people's homes, and there's now an intervention that Rand Water will lead. There's an administration by Kochter, many people involved. Why does it seem like the finances and doing the basics just cannot be done? Why does it seem like there's such a financial mess?
Look, these things are systematic. No matter how much we want to tighten up our budget, we're faced with serious issues like aging infrastructure that we need to budget for. You would remember that we have been under administration, and truth be told, the impact has not been felt. And you do mention correctly that we're under Section 63 of the Water Act, of which we're working with the Department of Water and Sanitation to deal with the distribution losses. Until we get that done, it is only then that we can be able to render proper services to our people. But at the present moment, the current administration is seriously trying to turn the tide around. It will be just this unfortunate confrontations with Eskom releasing statements recklessly that would cause panic amongst the community and the business people around the area.
All right, so you're saying you're doing your best?
We're doing our best, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt.
What happens now? Are you going to try and meet Eskom? What will you do now?
Yes, we wrote to the Premier, Mr. Lusufi, on the 4th of November, inviting him to kickstart the IGR processes. I would know that the IGR is the intergovernmental relation, whereby we want to sit with NESA and Eskom and iron out all these things without necessarily wrestling in the mud or going to court, if I to put it correctly.
All right, thank you very much, Hassan Mako, the MMC for Finance and Revenue at the Emfuleni Municipality. Let's take a short break.